Happy afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to What I Don't Know About Things Will Shock You today. And today, I just want to have a little Zatsudan, honestly, just talk about life, talk about how everything is going, and 2025. Because I am so depressed today. I turned 25 in a month. Isn't that fucking sad? What? Time is flying by so fast, and I'm gonna be an old person now. Disgusting. I am so disgusted. I am so disappointed in myself. But you know what? As I get up there in age, I guess I can be happy that I still look young. So that's a positive thing. And also, hopefully, I still get carded at wherever I go, restaurants or clubs or bars. Yeah, that's my favorite part. Ever since I turned 21, because people don't think I look that. Yeah, don't look 21. But whatever. You know what? And also, what's good, right? Is that the older you get, the more money you make. That way, you have more money to spend on things you like. Speaking of, how are you liking this background? I guess just my little avatar bouncing around with the cherry blossom animation in the background, or we can also switch it up to this nature footage of 6 hours of nature footage. Yeah, primal earth apparently. I have a link in the description if you want to watch it. Let's just see which one works fine. But honestly, how is everybody? Because I am low-key looking forward to the summer of 2025. It just seems like this year has such a different vibe than 20, literally for the past, I don't know, ever since 2017, 2018-ish, honestly. You know how people always romanticize the summer of 2016? And that's the kind of vibe I get from this year today. Even though politically and governmentally it doesn't seem like it, I just feel like it's going to be a nice fun summer. Things just seem different, like spiritually, if that makes sense. Like, the more tarot cards I do, I'm getting more intuitive. I mean, for myself, I guess personally. And then I was helping my friend help with like a tarot reading she did for herself, which I did not even touch the cards. She sent me a picture of the card she picked out for myself, and she's like, "Can you help me translate?" And I didn't even ask her what happened. She just wrote her questions down. And I was like, blah 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 blah. You know, y'all don't work out because y'all have these conflicts that y'all try to be perfect for each other, but then the facade feels or wears off whenever there's a conflict, and y'all just bash at each other, bring everything from the past. It's like, how the fuck do you know that? But you are so good at this. Like, it's like you were sitting in the room right as we were arguing. I'm like, thank you, sis. Thank you. I feel so proud of myself. But I am also sad for a relationship crumbling. I mean, she is my friend. I should care about that, right? But you know what? On the bright side, they did say like the cards did say there's a hope for them until and unless they both like completely change and evolve into a different version of themselves, and they come back together, or like they start a whole new. They don't even have to come back together. Okay, it's just they need to start brand new, refresh everything. Yeah, and that's how it's gonna work out for them. But transitioning from working out for them, how about working out for your life? Dear listener, what is going on? Something you want to type in the comments? I mean, just make a fake YouTube profile and put something in there. Nobody's gonna know it's you. It's just between you and whoever decides to. Actually, nobody even knows it's you because it's a blank profile. So just type what you're feeling, anything sad, anything happy, something you're excited for, something you're disappointed in, and let it out of your system. Leave it to the internet, not your problem anymore. That's how life works, right? Ignore your problems and they go away. I mean, when I say that, I mean, like, your problems can either become better from what they were today or become worse than what they were today. Like a week later, say you injured your foot, you stubbed your toe. A week later, either your toe is broken and you have a cast on it, or a week later, you're walking normal again. It's not going to be the same stubbed toe feeling. So, yeah, just ignore your problems and they will go away eventually. That's a bad way to live life, right? But it works out. It works out fine. Name one person who has suffered living by that logic. I'll wait. I'll wait. Honestly, I feel like I'm the only one who thinks this. I feel like every time I tell somebody, right, people always complain to me, come with their problems, all my friends. And I don't even know why, because time and again, I have shown them that I sincerely, from the bottom of my heart, am incapable of caring about trivial stuff, right? Like, you got in a fight with your mom, you got in a fight with your boyfriend, stuff happens. Tomorrow you'll either make up or you won't talk to each other, you know? So, what's the point? And I have this mentality like literally in my life too, okay? So I tell them, but they still come back to me for some reason with their problems. I'm like, okay. And then I say the same, give the same advice that I gave them the last time they came to me. But then here we are again. Like, you didn't listen to shit I said. Of course, you're still stuck. I'm always right. And you don't want to listen because you want to be like, ah, but that's not right, or oh my god, that is so mean, like damn, do what's necessary, or like shut up, you know, suffer or be suffered. But look at that beautiful sunset on the screen, or lake, river, whatever it's called. It just seems like a sunset moment. I honestly would like to live somewhere like that, but more with sands and beaches and stuff. But it's kind of nice too, somewhere nice, quiet, sunsetty by the river. That's what my tarot readers always tell me. Like, I should move somewhere by some sort of body of water. Oh my god, like beach. We should literally just burn off all the land and just make sure every house has a beachfront in it, or like backyard is a beach or something. Wouldn't that be amazing? But again, one of my tarot readers, or like all of them, I don't even like have a tarot reader per se. I just watch YouTube pick a card readings like Chloe Tarot, Vanessa Samina, Anita Serene, Tarot Vitae, Aso Tarot, Kino Tarot, so many. I don't have a problem, I promise. I watch them once in a blue. I mean, once in a while, like maybe I'm taking a walk and their new video comes up and it seems interesting, because I don't like watching about love life, marriages, anything like that. I just be like, what's coming for this month, or what messages the spirit guide have for me. Those are kind of readings I like, okay? And I don't care about those revenge readings, what's their karma or anything. It's not my business. I'm not karma itself. I'm not karma incarnate, so it's not my business. It's not my judgment. What's gonna happen, it's gonna happen to them. Maybe it's bad, maybe it's good. Maybe bad things happen to me because it was my turn to pay karma. Who knows? So yeah, but usually they always say I should live by the water. And right now, where I live, literally water, the closest thing I have is like a little pond every here and there. The closest beach would be Galveston, which is like 2 hours away. And who has time to drive over there? Plus, they say Galveston is such a dirty beach. Who wants that, you know? I hate dirty beaches. And also, it's like so busy, it's so popular. You know, I actually in 2024 and 3, so October 2023 and January 2024, been a fucking year now. I'm so depressed. I went on a cruise 2 of the times because I have no bills to pay. Literally, Spotify and the gym were my only bills, and like gas, I guess, for my car. But yeah, so I had so much money to save up because I kind of don't even need to buy things from Amazon anymore. Kind of over my shopping addiction, clothing haul addiction, you know, like clothes too. It's so hard, right? Like finding something cute to find, or finding something pretty, and when you want to look like the certain specific aesthetic you have in your mind, everything in the store is like the boring beige collection. You just feel like you don't even need to go out to see what's out there because you already know it's what's literally everywhere else. But back to the cruise trip. I, on my second cruise, went to Dominican Republic, and I kind of booked an excursion for all-inclusive beach activities. I think it was like 150 or something. But we had drinks, we had kayaking, we had snorkeling, we had so much fun. And honestly, I went by myself, right? But the cruise version voyages, it was so great. I love the experience over there. It was 5 days, and they had this like program where people who went by themselves on a cruise could, you know, hang out with each other. So obviously I went to see what that was. And there were like so many people. Keep in mind, most of them were so much older than me. And they were like, everybody was shocked, like, I'm so young and I did it by myself. It's so good. Because I was 23 at the time. That's not even that young. But most of those people were like 29 and up. I feel like there was only one other girl who was 21. She and I became friends too. I added her on Instagram. Um, but yeah, she came there with her boyfriend. They're still together. Isn't that nice? Okay, but yeah, we went to the beach over there. It was so beautiful and so clean. You could see the water. I mean, you could see your toes in your water. The water was like crystal clear, no litter, no garbage, so immaculate. And then the second or like the third day, Virgin Voyages has the like beach club at Bimini, Bahamas. Bimini is, I guess, the second island at Bahamas. The beach club too. The water was so clean. The pool was so nice. Yo, my hair has never gotten back to normal after that incident. Like, I spent 8 hours in the pool partying, dancing, drinking. And I guess the chlorine just started bleaching my hair. So now every time, like, if you want to see if when was the last time I washed my hair, look at it. If it's like bright and colorful, that means it's been a minute. Okay, like, okay, I washed my hair today. My hair gets back to its natural beauty, that is brown, right? Kind of like the same color as my avatars or like my models. So it's like dark brown, coffee-ish. Yeah, once I wash it, it's that color. Every day, as it gets greasier, and keep in mind I'm Indian, so I cannot wash my hair every day. It's like every 3 days because that's what's healthy for it. So it gets lighter and lighter, and then sometimes I even have like my head top scalp is gonna be brown, and then the bottom of my head is like almost bright red ginger. Who knows? I don't even know how it started. I was just enjoying the pool, minding my own business, and no, I did not put any hair products in my hair because I didn't know it was possible for chlorine to dye your hair. I guess it was chlorine and the sun because it was a beach party. But it was fun. I mean, I honestly like tell y'all to go to Virgin Voyages. Hopefully they sponsor me one day, who knows. People were so nice, and there was this one like employee. I don't want to name drop him, right? But he was working at the canteen at Bimini, Bahamas. The first time I went there, it was nice. Okay, I asked him for recommendations because the menu looks so like enticing. And honestly, like, it's an all-inclusive paid cruise, so you can get as many items as you want, and it's free. Except like some seafood boils. That way they'll have the prices. If it doesn't have a price, it's free. Okay, and then they give you a $300 drink tab too for alcohols and like mocktail or coffee, specialized coffee drinks. Sodas are free, water was free. It was nice. Okay, but yeah, back to the beach club, right? So Mr. Server, he recommended me something, and I was like, okay, you know what, I'll do everything on that you recommended, sir, because the portion size is small. Okay, it's not that a big huge platter, so you can like take a little bit of everything. Okay, so that was back in October. When I went back to the beach club in January, I mean, I remembered him because he was cute, but he remembered me too. I was like, damn, you remembered me after all these people you saw for like 5-6 months. Wait, they were some. Okay, after 3-4 months, you still remember me, Mr. Server? Thank you. I feel honored. Oh, it's so nice. I felt like I was famous. Oh my god. But let me tell you, all those people who were on the cruise with me, 90% of them, I mean 90% of them were like flight attendants. Do they really make that good money? I don't know. I feel like they do because everybody told me like you should be a flight attendant. And this lady, right? She was like 70 something. I mean, she's way up there in age, okay? So she was talking about how she is a flight attendant in Southwest Airlines, and she said one of her co-workers, she just works one shift per year. Like, she's also like way up there in age, right? So she just works one shift per year, and she can keep all her healthcare benefits or insurance benefits, travel benefits, everything just by working one shift every year. Isn't that crazy? What? But Southwest is like so hard to get in. It's like they are open for like, they hire maybe like one day out of the year because their hiring window is so small that candidates like put their applications immediately, and if you don't do it the moment they open, you cannot get hired, plain and simple. So yeah, it's such a strict, vigorous process. to get hired in Southwest because it's just so many people apply over there because they hear about all these great benefits. But yeah, only flight attendant was such a good career. I tried so many times. I even tried to apply for United, right? And I actually got through a lot of the interview process, but apparently YouTube was my calling and God wanted me to be a YouTuber, so that's why I'm not a flight attendant at United. And the only reason I feel like I failed my interview, right, because I applied to be a Hindi flight attendant, and like I say, I am Indian, but I used to suck at reading Hindi. Like English, it was my mother tongue, it was fluent in everything. Hindi, I could not read the shit out of it. It was like so hard. Plus, I left India when I was 14, right? So mostly I'm westernized in my culture and nature and everything else. Or the rest of my family, they talk in Hindi. I'm like, what? I speak English to them. I don't even talk to Hindi in them. And mostly that language is okay. I'm forgetting it too because I have nobody to talk to around with, like around me in Hindi, right? That's why. So my interview, I had to read this passage in Hindi, and it took me a minute. Okay, partially, I mean 60% because I forgot what it said, but also the lady who showed me the text that I had to read, she showed it on her phone, and she tried to zoom in, but I still was struggling. Like I had my laptop to my face, like she could see my eyeball. That's how close it was. I don't know, but I got like maybe 3-4 interviews, and I'll try applying again maybe in like a year or two. I mean, hopefully English is open someday, or I learn Japanese and I can do it that way. That way I can just move to Japan from United. But honestly, I'm not really excited about United. The Virgin Voyages, right? They port from Miami, which is one of their port, and then like several other ports from the United States, right? But the closest to me would be Galveston since I am in Houston. So I had to fly to Miami and I took United. Why does my plane not have a fucking charging port for my phone? Like 2-hour flight and your phone in 2025, it just drains like right away. 2 hours, it's dead, because you're waiting so long in the runway, you're waiting so long at the airport, you have your Uber as well, so like how you gonna charge shit? But yeah, why that was like really inconvenient. United needs to work on that. Like, bro, it's not even that hard. Just put some USB cords in there that charge your phone slow, or like keep your phone alive till you land. It doesn't even have to like charge it to 100. Maybe just keep it at 50 so I can at least get an Uber when I get to the airport or when I land, because I don't know if the flight's gonna be late. Like, that's my fear, right? The flight's gonna be late, my Uber's gonna cancel and leave me, and the money's gone, and then my phone is dead, and then I'm stuck at the airport. Knocking on wood, it doesn't happen. But yeah, since I'm 17 or 18 minutes into this recording, I think I should wrap up now. But yeah, that was my brief Zatsudan, I guess. What else can you call it? I talked about tarot cards, I talked about my cruise a little, gave some reviews about United, some Southwest Airlines, Virgin Voyages. If they want to sponsor me, I am more than happy. You don't even have to pay me money. You could just give me free trips and I will be happy. Like, give me a 365 or 366 leap year access day pass on the cruise ship, all what expenses paid. We're good. You don't even have to pay me real money. It's okay. Like, I don't even take up that much room. I just take up a single person amount of room, so it shouldn't be an issue, right? And then yeah, planes too, just let me travel for free. I don't mind paying for the alcohol if I'm on the plane, that's fair, I guess. Oops, I just hit my mic. But anyways, thank you for listening. Hopefully I did motivate you to ignore your problems, and hopefully they do go away, because again, they can only get better or they can only get worse. They won't literally stay the same as they are today. So yeah, best thing you can do is work on yourself and fixing yourself. I mean, not even fixing yourself. I feel like if you try to fix yourself, there is always going to be something to fix in your life, like it's like people who get plastic surgery, right? They want a small nose, they got the small nose. Now their eyes are too big, they want small eyes, they got small eyes. Now their cheeks are too big, they got their buccal fat removed. It's just a whole hassle. So I guess just focus on what helps you grow as a person. Yeah, that's a good message. See, I'm so prophetic and I am such a kind, beautiful, spiritual guide to people. Anyways, thank you for coming. Thank you for listening. Look at the Sakura tree again. Subscribe, like, comment, blah blah blah. If you like the music though, check it out. I'm actually listening to it right now whilst recording this. And yeah, download it and just give them credit if you want to use them for your own YouTube videos. And bye bye, good night, pieces.